Hello and welcome. We all know what that music means. It's Cooking with D. Today we're making orange chicken. What you need for orange chicken besides chicken? Steamed rice. Don't be afraid of steamed rice. I'm going to teach you how to make it. So for my rice, I have a standard rice cooker. What you need to do first is measure your rice. I'm going to take 2 cups, put them in my little strainer, my sieve. So I have 2 cups of rice in my sieve, and then I'm going to rinse it. And we want to rinse it until that water is clear. You can do this on slow. You can do this on cold. Just rinse that out. You want to wash the rice, clean the rice. All right, that looks good. We use cow roast rice. You can use long grain. You can use brown rice. It doesn't matter. I like cow roast. I like the stickiness of it. Next, I'm going to put the rice in the rice cooker. Easy, easy, right? I'll sprinkle some salt in there. Just a little bit, just enough for taste. I'd say about 1/4 teaspoon. And then I'm going to fill it with water. But here's the trick. Let your finger touch the top of the rice. And when it gets to that little line right there on your finger, that's where you're going to stop. So there it is. And it's to my finger. Stop. That's how easy it is. Put it in the rice cooker, let it cook 20 minutes, done. There you go. We're going to turn it on, and in 20 minutes we'll have rice, nice steamed rice. Here we go. Now for the start of the orange chicken, you're going to need to have your chicken cut up into little pieces. Make sure the fats come off. That doesn't taste good when you cook it. You're going to use 1/2 cup of flour, 1/2 cup of cornstarch. Those are going to be equal parts. So if you're making more than 2 chicken breasts, which is what I have here, you want to add more just to make sure that it sticks and that you have enough, and you don't want to have to make another batch of it. So 1/2 cup of flour and 1/2 cup of cornstarch, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. Ready? Here we go. All right, there you go. We just have to blend it up. See the pepper in there? The salt's right beside it. Mix it up. There we go. At this point, you want to get your oil going. Now, we're not deep frying. We're just going to be lightly frying it. So there's no need to get a bunch of oil, vegetable oil into your pan, because we're only going to be lightly frying. Now, if you have an allergy to vegetable oil, yes, you can use canola. Yes, you can use coconut oil. We're going to go ahead and take these, move them closer to the fire. We're going to be dunking one in. There we go, just like that, lightly. And we're going to be putting it in the oil there. Now you can hear that lightly sizzle. There we go. Next piece. You can do a few pieces at a time if you wish to. Just don't get messy with it like I just did. And lightly coat it. You can see how I lightly coated it. Again. You don't want to crowd the chicken. You don't want it to sweat. You want it to cook. You want it to crisp up. A couple more pieces in there should do it for this batch. There we go. One more. There you go. That's what it looks like when it's frying up there. Lightly toasting. And I have my spider here. You can turn it, you can scoop it out. Just give that a few minutes to cook, and then we'll drain it out onto paper towels. You're going to want to put that on paper towels And then our next step will begin. So let me get this fried up and going. There we go. We're a little over halfway through the cooking process. Looking good. And at this point I want to tell you, I don't like my chicken to be all uniform. I like the smaller pieces to be crispy and crunchy, and then the bigger pieces to be kind of juicy. So I have like a variety in there. So if you like to do the same, then you know, don't chop them up all uniform. Sizzle, sizzle. These pieces are done and crispy. Look at that. Just let them drain in here. Let them drain a little bit. Let them cool off. Put in another batch. Easy peasy. My rice went off. It's cooked. Look at that. Easy peasy. Looking good. Alright, we got 2 batches done. This one's still hot. Hasn't cooled off quite yet. I'm going to put that off to the side. This was the first batch we made. You can see how crispity crunchy it is. It even sounds crispity crunchy. I have my rice already on the plate. And what I'm going to do now is go ahead and add the sauce. Now, some of you may or may not know, but Panda Express makes their own orange chicken sauce. And they also make a sweet chili sauce. Just so you know. And this one's really good. It's excellent. But today I'm going to use the orange sauce. I'm just going to put it on there sparingly. And the reason you want your chicken to kind of cool down a little bit before you put this on is because if it's too hot, it's just going to absorb into the chicken. And you may think, ooh, that's what I want. No, that's not what you want. And the reason you don't want that is because it's just going to absorb in and it loses the taste. So you want that to cool down a little bit. Shake it up. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. There you go. And we serve it on our plate. There we go. And voila. Oh, what do you do if you have leftovers? I may not be able to eat that other batch. I'll tell you exactly what you do. You don't put the orange sauce on it. You don't put the sauce on it. You just save it as is. And then the next day or whenever you're going to want to eat it, put it in the oven, let it crisp back up, and then add your sauce. Also, if you like to have a little spicy sauce, as you're stirring it in your bowl and you're tossing it around, you can also add some red pepper chili flakes. Add that in there for that little extra kick, and you're good to go. In the meantime, thanks for cooking with D. Until I circle back around in the kitchen. See ya!